I told you that there's a part of your life that you can control that will help you become successful, disciplined, it will keep you accountable, and it's what all billionaires say is so important to their success. What if I told you that hacking this particular area of your life will not only lead you to becoming a better person, but will help you attract like-minded people? Now, what I'm talking about today is how to design your inner circle. Look, having an inner circle is so beneficial, and you already know that. But what you're struggling with right now is finding that inner circle. Maybe your friends at school aren't into personal development. Maybe the people at your work aren't into it either. Maybe you work for yourself and you just haven't got that network of like-minded people. Maybe you're just struggling to find them in your hometown. So in today's video, I'm going to not only talk you through how to optimize your inner circle, but I'm also going to share with you why you're actually doing others a disservice by not doing what I talk about. So let's get into it. Right, the first thing we're going to talk about is cutting the fat. Now, staying around toxic people who bring you down is just like whenever you go out, it's just getting your socks, putting them in some cold water, and then putting them on. You're purposefully setting up a shit day. You go in, it's like you're trying to make things difficult, like you're putting the game on hard mode when you don't even know how to play. Having these people around will leave you in this state of constant self-doubt and worry and anxiety and negativity, because negativity is an energy and it sticks. You've just got to break away from these people. Look, even as I'm talking, those people have come to your mind. There are names, there are faces in your mind that you don't really want to cut out because you feel it's harsh, but you know that you should. Look, I think cutting out by just sending them a text message saying F off, don't want to see you again, is quite strong. We don't want to do that because we're just as bad as them. What we want to do is just distance ourselves. Just stop sending them messages like out of the blue. If they message you, just message back. But slowly start to phase these people out because you will benefit from this. It doesn't matter if you've known them for a long time. If they're stunting your growth, then you've got to be able to just, even if it's just for a little bit of time, just to distance yourself. What I like to think of is I like to think of 30 days. So I will phase them out for 30 days. And if in those 30 days they have reached out to me, they're checking how I'm doing, then I will go back to them with this sort of new perspective of the relationship, maybe have a chat with them about it. And if they don't reach out, then that's good. You've just managed to leave a toxic person behind. That's great. But you can't just go around doing this to everyone, though. You have to know when to cut people out. And you will know this when they start dragging you down. They give you that feeling of doubt or frustration or any of these negative feelings. Whenever you feel them arising when you're with them, and whenever you relate being with someone with those feelings, you know it's time for them to go. You can't afford to be in that state, especially when you're working on yourself or you're working on a business. You can't afford to have your mind already messed up before you even do something. Look, there's no set rule for when to cut someone out. It completely depends on your relationship with them. But my rule of thumb, just for me, is if they're starting to affect my mood, my mindset and everything, then that's too much. My time and my mind is too precious to be wasted with that sort of stuff. So now that we've removed the fat, what we want to do is actually build this inner circle. Now we do this by pursuing people that we want to be related to. Now we've got to be clever about this. We can't just look at, let's say, successful people and think, oh, they're super rich. I want to be associated with them. Or I want to be close with them. Don't always go for the bank account because yes, it is a variable because it does show their success. However, there are so many other variables that you can look at. One of the main things that I look for is they have the same principles, the same worldviews as me. Because once we're all on that same view, then whatever our situation is, whether we're broke or whether we're rich, then we're all still on the same wavelength and working and connecting. We value each other because of that connection we have. So don't just look for people with the successful businesses or the nice cars because yes, it might seem cool, but it's so much more beneficial to find people with the same mindset as you. So we've removed the fat. We've decided on the type of people that we want to attract. Now it's time to actually attract them, get them into our inner circle. Now we start by utilizing community. And what I mean by this is going into mini communities that are in the world that these people will hang out with. Now you've got to do a bit of thinking about, right, I've got this person in mind that I want in my inner circle. Where will they be? Look, you're not going to meet them on nights out or anything like that. Remember that these are high value people that you're trying to attract. High value people do high value tasks. You're going to find them in gyms, at networking events, traveling the world, working on personal development, Facebook groups about like personal development or travel or online business. Like all of these places is where you're going to find them. You're not going to find them in your typical, like if you go for a night out and they say, oh yeah, let's do this thing tomorrow. No, it's not those people that you want in your inner circle. Utilizing this community is very important, but something that I'm finding is even more important, probably the most important thing about building this inner circle is becoming the man worthy of having an inner circle. Now remember that you attract who and what you are. If you are a high value person, you will attract high value people. If you're just sort of, you think you're a high value person, but your actions say otherwise, you're eating a lot of fast food, you're going for nights out, you half-assing your business, you're only going to the gym when you feel like it, then you're not going to attract high value people. High value people see high value people. They can tell just like that whether someone is serious, whether someone is ready to take on the world and fulfill their purpose. So if you're looking to attract a better level of people, you've got to be better yourself. And this is the main lesson from this video. In order to attract the next level people, you've got to level up yourself. And this comes through personal development. It comes from growth. It comes from being in uncomfortable situations and then like prospering in them. So just remember, when you are looking to design and optimize your inner circle, remove the fat, get rid of those toxic people that you just don't need, just phase them out, even if it's just 30 days, just for that testing period, and then see what happens. Secondly, you want to choose people wisely. You're going to want to think, right, who is it that I'm wanting to attract? What principles do they have? What views on the world? What values do they have? All of these matter so much more than the numbers in their bank account. Look, remember to use community as well. Go to places that high value people go to. And finally, remember that you will naturally attract a mirrored version of yourself. If you want that better level of friends, you've got to be better yourself. I hope this has been a valuable video. You've got to design this inner circle if you are really serious about succeeding in life and taking on the world and achieving your goals. Having that inner circle keeps you disciplined, accountable, and when you find people that are on the same growth curve as you, there's just nothing else like it. All right, guys, I hope you like the new setup as well. These are books. I've read about 4 of them. And for those of you who haven't joined yet, there's still spots in the pre-sale for my course, First Steps to Freedom, available. £97 down from £197. You're going to learn how to start an online business, use a high value skill to start earning 3-4K a month. And then the second half of the course, I'm going to teach you exactly how to move to Thailand, what you need to know, how to set up, how to build your dream lifestyle in paradise. So the link in that is down below. Check that out, get involved, and I will see you there.